As we may have discussed before, 401k plans have really become the dominant retirement plan model in corporate America, but they were never intended to be. They were originally conceived as supplemental savings accounts, as accounts that sat on top of a defined benefit structure that really allowed some employees to save a little bit more, save some taxes, and enhance their retirement. But this really changed in the 80s and the 90s, such that now, for most workers, at least those who have retirement savings at all, 401ks or similar kinds of defined contribution plans represent the lion's share. And so many of these people are now approaching retirement and need to figure out what to do. They need to figure out how do they use an accumulation of assets to finance their retirement. The default answer for years has been that people should just self-manage their own spend down account, essentially saying, use your assets and just withdraw money as you need it to support your retirement. And then companies started developing modeling tools to help people see what that looks like for the future. There's all these rules of thumbs that have come out. This all makes sense if you do think of a 401k as just a supplement. But frankly, it doesn't cut it if this is supposed to be the primary source of lifetime income that people are relying on. The reason, and there's a few, but the biggest issue we have here is that individuals are trying to budget for their own lifetime with a fixed pot of assets. Now, the thing is that an individual's lifetime is a hugely variable thing. It can range anywhere from anything from a few days to as long as 50 years, and we may even see longer retirements in future. And so when people are trying to map such a huge variable to a fixed pool of assets, they don't really know what to do with it. An automatic approach that some people think about is to use their life expectancy. But life expectancy is far too blunt a tool for this purpose. Simply put, 50% of people will live longer than their life expectancy. That's kind of the definition. And so if a typical 65-year-old retiree might expect to live to their mid-80s, 30% will live well into their 90s, and a growing percentage will live much longer than that. So trying to then take that and apply that to a fixed pot of assets is extremely difficult. Now, what we're seeing from the industry are a number of new products that either try and sell traditional annuities or try and repackage annuities into other kinds of exotic solutions that provide some form of longevity protection. And longevity protection is the term that we use to kind of deal with how do you protect people against the risk of outliving their money. These products are far from ideal, but given that we've got entire generations of people who have the bulk of their retirement savings in 401k type of plans or in individual retirement accounts, there's really no choice but to try and provide a solution that does more than just expect people to budget for their own lifetime. This is, again, far from ideal, but it's where we find ourselves today. And I think some of the challenges that we're going to face in the coming years in the retirement space.